Calling attention number 2, Shri Yuri Alemao.
Speaker sir, under Rule 63 of the Rules of the Procedure and Conduct of Business of the Goa Legislative Assembly, I move the following calling attention to the Minister of urgent public importance. Fear and anxiety and anger among the residents of Cuncolim due to the illegalities, pollution and encroachments by most of the units in Cuncolim Industrial Estate, which cause serious health hazards, air and water pollution and loss to the government treasury. There is an absence of a nodal agency to coordinate with various departments, such as Departments of Industries, Directorate of Fire and Services, Department of Environmental and Climate Change, Department of Finance, Inspectorate of Factory and Boilers, Department of Weight and Measures, Department of Labor and Employment, as well as the Department of Revenue and Home, in ineffectively controlling, stopping the illegalities, pollution and encroachments in Cuncolim Industrial Estate. Government must take fast and corrective steps immediately. The delay on the part of the government to act can result in a law and order situation in Cuncolim. Speaker sir.
Speaker sir, answer circulate केला. Steps the government intend to take. वाचू काय circulate केला already काय पहिले उलेतला. आवाज. It is currently there is a central inspection system CIS and put in place and by the government and coordinating joint inspection of the various departments such as the Inspectorate of the Factories and Boilers, Commissioner of the Labor and Employment, the Department of the Legal and Metrology and Goa State Pollution Control Board. Other concerned line departments and such as Goa IDC, Directorate of Fire and Services, and will be brought under the central inspection system. Further, as when required, and the department has already ensuring the coordination and conducting the joint inspection. A joint inspection was carried out between 13 to 16 March by Goa IDC and GSP, Goa State Pollution Control Board. A joint inspection was carried out on the 17th March 2023 by Goa IDC and Commissioner of the Labor and Employment and Inspector of the Factories and Boilers. It should be ensured that interdepartmental coordination will further strengthen by incorporating the more departments under the central inspection system.
Speaker sir, जे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री आता सांगला, I had repeatedly raised this issue of illegalities, pollution, encroachments in the Cuncolim Industrial Estate. On 19 January 2023, I had raised the issue about air and water pollution and loss to the state treasury with evasion of GST by some units in the Cuncolim Industrial Estate. I was told by the Chief Minister then that officials had already been sent on 19 January instant to inspect various units in the Cuncolim Industrial Estate. I have a reply to my LAQ 10A, which was to be answered today by the Honorable Minister. The reply states that the inspection for identifying illegalities and irregularities has been carried out with the Goa State Pollution Control Board from 13th March to 16th March. Here, there is no mention of any inspections or visits done on 19 January as informed to me in this house. जे मुख्यमंत्रीन सांगलेले जे last session जो I प्रश्न काढलो, you said you had sent these authorities. Here, that is not there, Speaker sir. The same reply also states that the nodal agency will be nominated in due course of time. Now, I was assured by the Honorable Industries Minister that a nodal person would be appointed when this particular, immediately he had said. He had also accepted and agreed that there are illegalities, pollution is happening in Cuncolim Industrial Estate. Speaker sir, I have a inspection report of the Office of the Commissioner of Labor and Employment dated 23rd March 2023, which states that during the inspection by the MD of GIDC, Mr. Pravimal Abhishek, on 17 March, at 1 p.m., various units were found violating the IDC rules and housing mainly migrant workers in their respective allotted plots by way of constructing structures that house dormitories accommodating almost 300 to 400 workers. Speaker sir, This report states that the inspection was carried out as a follow-up action to the statements made in the assembly by me in January 2023. This means that if I would have not raised this issue, the department on its own would have never conducted such inspections. I also have an annexure given to my reply which shows a letter sent by the Inspectorate of Factory and Boilers to the manager of MS Kartik Induction, and the findings are of very serious nature. It says that the factory is operating without renewed factory license in the contravention of Rule 9 of GFR 1985. Testing of all pressure vessels, pressure plant is not done in contravention of Rule 68 of GFR 1985. Medical examination of workers through occupational health laboratory is not conducted as required under Rule 19A of GFR 1985. Adequate guarding is not provided to rotating and dangerous parts of various machines. Now, Speaker Sir, I have a reply to unstarred LAQ 129 to be answered, that was supposed to be answered today, which states that the Goa IDC is in the process of confirming boundaries of the land acquired by Goa IDC. Individual plots, open spaces, utility areas in collaboration with the Inspectorate of Survey and Land Records. Now, Speaker Sir, when will this survey start and when will it be completed? Speaker Sir, my charge is that this government has failed to control these illegalities, pollution and encroachments. Now, Speaker Sir, the people of Cuncolim, the Honorable Chief Minister is aware of this, that the people of Cuncolim is suffering. It is not a new issue. He was also, during about a year ago, he was there. Currently, the people, this industry has turned out to be a curse because of the people of Cuncolim. Lok tinga suffer zata. Canceracho kesho tinga वाढलेलो आहे. Speaker Sir, जे pollution आणि air pollution and water pollution च्या नावान tinga इतलो लोकांक त्रास जाता. Poir, Speaker Sir, I had congratulated the Honorable Minister for Environment about one unit called Orange Fox. I'm shocked, Speaker Sir. At that time he said that it would be stopped, but today it is operating in full swing. I would like to read the recommendation. It was recommended in the context of the above committee unanimously decided to recommend to the Goa State Environment Impact Assessment Authority for immediate closure of the unit. This, Speaker Sir, under the pretext of natural justice today is operating. And why the industry, they are operating without EC. Their furnaces are operating without EC. Speaker Sir, I had told the Honorable Chief Minister that there was gross violations with regards to GST and loss to the state exchequer. Today, when GST 800 crores is not expected from the central government, it was expected for this government to look at these loopholes. Tinga eklo je global ispat industry hai ek. Shraddha ispat mo wo global ispat motto wall of China bandit tinga China wall. Going into areas, encroaching into sociedad areas, not industrial zones. Tinga inga poir ek bae alli, ek bae bandilya. Now, Speaker Sir, these are serious, very serious charges. I request, Speaker Sir, there are several fish mills. All or most of them don't have ETP plants. They say that they are bringing in foreign exchange. Speaker Sir, why should the people of Cuncolim suffer? Why are they operating with that smell? I had requested the Honorable Chief Minister that he should come and invite me for a cup of tea. His sister lives there. In the evening, the smell is so bad that the people cannot live there, Speaker Sir. And this is continuing for so long. Speaker Sir, under the pretext of natural justice, these industrialists are allowed. And they are given this pretext of natural justice very systematically. There is a hazardous waste there pending in this site. For so many years, because I request that this waste also should be shifted. Ammonia leakage gases were said to be there in that place. रात्यां भितर सगळें चेंज जाता, रिपोर्ट चेंज जाता, Speaker Sir. 200-300 लोक एक इंडस्ट्रीन थिंग रावता. Can 300 people can they live can colonies be, as per these reports by your own department in the recent raid? Speaker sir, encroachments, I believe the Honorable Industries Minister in the morning spoke about some GPS surveys to be done. I think you should start with Cuncolim right away because there are serious illegalities. Tax evasion, GST evasion, these units are operating 30% in cash. I charge and I can prove this, Speaker sir. They are operating, amka answer aaj dila. I will bring it up in the coming session if this is not curtailed, Speaker sir. And what about that nodal agency? Now all these departments, several departments are there, Department of Pollution, Environment, Industries, Weights and Measures, Factory and Boilers. एक departmenting येता, एक department मुनीस थिंगा सारखे म्हाका दिसता काम कोणाय. Minister said last time he would put a nodal officer. Till now, no use. There is no nodal agency as well. I would request the Honorable Chief Minister, this is a very serious issue and it can, I am saying for the second time, that it can result in a law and order situation there. कित्याक आमगे लोक थिंगा मातशे क्रांतिकारी लोक चोड पासेंस घेवन ते रावले. हांव रिक्वेस्ट करता मुखेलमंत्री that you should come out with a solution. Otherwise you form a house committee. You come up with it and take all the local people, take everyone into confidence. Come out with a solution. You cannot allow these people to, just because they are bringing in foreign exchange or on this pretext, can you spoil the lives of the people of Cuncolim? So I request the Honorable Chief Minister to give me an assurance of what and how he will tackle about it.
Since this is as regards industry, it involves so many departments. So obviously, Honorable Chief Minister was replying to you, will reply. But since you mentioned my name, I want to tell you, Speaker sir, first of all, you see this voluminous reply of 10C I am showing you. Your question was already answered about. I'm on my legs. I'm on my legs.
He has asked, he sees.
I'm on my legs. You have spoken, let me speak. Speaker sir.
Divyarani, let us speak.
After you ask. No? Speaker sir, as far as Cuncolim Industrial Estate is concerned, I think very detailed reply has been given by me. You spoke about the survey being carried out. I want to tell you, as a pilot case, we have already done it in Pilan and Mapsa. And within next 2-3 months, we will be doing the survey. This is one part of it. Other part is, you are going on and on, there is pollution and various encroachments. I'm coming to that.
Yeah.
I've had an interdepartmental meeting. I called all the departments. I, for one, and I was surprised that even the Pollution Control Board has taken adequate measures to bring the pollution under control, whatever steps that are necessary to mitigate the sufferings of the people, to see that there is no pollution also is being done. And I was quite satisfied with what reply they were giving. Now, having come to that, the main issue there, if I may say so, as you say, social tension, social problems will be there. The fish industry is there, you know that fish processing plants are there. As you yourself say, they are earning foreign exchange. Whether you definitely need the foreign exchange, you definitely need the industrial estate.
But not at the...
1 minute, let me finish. You need all of that to happen. Now what is happening is, as you say and you are alleging, and due to complaints, we went and we tried taking action. For example, fish industry is a seasonal industry. Only certain months, 6 months it operates, or other months it does not operate. The workers there who work are from outside the state. They are from Jharkhand, Uttarakhand, whatever, you must be knowing. And precisely because of that, what was found is when they were loitering in the village, as you yourself are again saying, Cuncolim is a sensitive area, dusre bashinte lok, tinga te mix zalyar, tu jana Jharkhandche, Uttarakhndche, sanche ile marta, आणि फाल्या व्हडले social tension जावपाक शकता if they mix in society, if they mingle with the local people, there can be more social tension if they are allowed outside. So we had overlooked this fact, the Industries Development Corporation. Having said that, I have now told them, you designate certain utility areas, including a certain area where perhaps industrial people can stay without disturbing the peace and tranquility in a village. Because Cuncolim is a village. This industrial estate is there in that part of the village. So we are even looking into that aspect in future to designate a place where the employees or people who work in the industrial estate could be officially staying there, having all the amenities, and they pay to the IDC. Today they are not paying anything. They are getting accommodation, as you say, they are staying illegally. But should it be the case, please tell me, that I close down the fish processing industry or fishing industry, which according to you also you admittedly generates foreign exchange? Should I close down the steel plants where you are alleging so many things against them, wherein your power consumed will come down to negligible, your main source of revenue to the state of Goa will go, crores of rupees, hundreds of crores of rupees every month are billed to the electricity department. The highest revenue comes from the steel industry in Goa. Please remember that. So it should be our endeavor, whatever anti-pollution measures that are necessary, Speaker, sir, we will take. We will solve this problem, because like we had very rightly so, after he brought up the matter before me, I issued notices, and again the officer he is alleging is a very dynamic. He reached there, he wanted to send them away. It would have led to closure of all that industry if we remove those workers. Goans cannot work there. So is it his case? Should I leave them in the village to create more social tension and social problem, or devise a system wherein I designate an area where workers can be kept in the long run, and at the moment allow them for the time being? As far as the nodal officer is concerned, very clearly there is currently there is a central inspection system put in place by the government for coordinating all these departments. The other day I had a meeting, I coordinated, but I accept the fact there is always scope for improvement. Nothing can be perfect per se. So we will do what is necessary. And now, since interdepartmental issues are involved, there are other departments involved, whether Inspectorate of Factories and Boilers, whether it is my own industry department, whether it is the labor department, whether it is the environment department because of Goa State Pollution Control Board, and GST, central government also involved if there is a leakage. There are various agencies looking into this. Yes, coordinated effort is necessary. Therefore, very consciously, Chief Minister, aware of that, he was replying. Now, if you are going to create such a negative picture about the whole thing, it should never be the case that I shut down the industrial estate and close all the industry. Then what will happen, Speaker, sir? There will be no industry in Goa, there will be no generation of income. And it is like saying, don't use a vehicle because there is pollution, there is carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, use bullock cart. Can we go back to the Stone Age? It cannot happen. So let us look at what best pollution control measures can be taken for the future. What is it that necessary to be done? I certainly will take his sentiments into account. In fact, last time around when he raised the issue, we are already working on it. You will see the result. Don't expect instant result like instant coffee. It is not like that. It needs some time. We will solve the issue.
Speaker, sir, what the Honorable Minister has said, does he allow, see, there is this is a show cause notice sent by Mr. Pravimal Abhishek. What does he point out? He points out that strict action, civil and criminal, why this should not be initiated against you in accordance with law, which shall be entirely at your cost. Speaker, sir, just because you get industries, they can flout any rules. There are no ETP plants there. They are leaving the sewage into bow wells there. This has created so much that the neighboring villages, because there is these migrants or these people or these workers cannot be accommodated elsewhere. Does that mean, Speaker, sir, that you allow them to go there in the industrial state and flout all these rules?
Just
this
one
is
minute.
illegal.
There is a proposal for a common effluent treatment plant. I am answering you that, only one point. There is a proposal which I will expedite for a common effluent treatment plant. Even that is being looked after.
Honorable Minister, Honorable Chief Minister, see, I am not against that these things the way you all are projecting. The fact is, there is pollution. The fact is, encroachments have been done by these people outside industrial zones. They are getting into sociedad lands. They are doing this pollution, bore wells, so much of pollution is happening. People, they are dying because of cancer. And you all, instead of, they are building now walls. I said like the Great Wall of China. How are they going to, does your department allow them to go outside industrial zones? Is that permitted? Are they allowed? Then you should take them in the city also. Can they just go on expanding? So there has to be an inquiry, Speaker sir, and I request the Honorable Chief Minister that this is a very serious issue, because this is the third time after being an MLA I have raised this issue. There is no action. Last time also the GST, there was no action. I had written to your department, and in February, still my letter is not replied. If you could also just reply to that letter. I had written to you, last time it was agreed that you all will look at it seriously, just a mere raid. And under the pretext of natural justice, this industry should not be spared. I will be with the people. Whatever come what may, my people will not tolerate this mess, Speaker sir. So Honorable Chief Minister, you please answer on this.
One minute. Speaker sir, only one point I want to reply before Honorable Chief Minister is on his legs. You are saying that we did not reply to your letter. In response to your reply, in response to you bringing up this issue in the last assembly, my officer went there, conducted a personal inspection. All the other departments went, including Pollution Control Board, including the labor people.
So what is the report?
One minute. Yeah. So allow some time for us to act on that, what reports we have and what inputs we have got as a result of those visits. You don't expect instantly things to happen. That is what I am telling you.
No,
we are seized of the matter.
Why I am saying that there was one Orange Fox thing that reply had also been given to me. It was stopped. And now it is still continuing. They have two furnaces. One is without EC is operating there. He's operating without environment clearance.
Well, I will verify what you are saying again, because it was not me who gave you the assurance. You know it very well. So I will check that, and I will also check as to why you are also so agitated with them. That also I will check.